Hello and welcome to another episode of Train Sim World 2, where I'm doing my best to drive virtual locomotives without causing major disaster. Or do I? Anyway, before I begin, I'd like to remind you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done that already, and follow up with the bell button to turn on the notifications and stay up to date with my latest content. I would also like to encourage you to join my Discord server, where you can interact with me and other Train Sim World fans, talk about the game in general, share some cool mods, or just chill. You can find link in description down below this video. Welcome back in another episode of our amazing journey along Sandpatch Grade, where I'm going through all the missions on Sandpatch Grade journey. So, today we are going to carry on with another mission. Last time we finished Powering America Part 1 and 2, and this time we are heading to U876A, Coal, Cumberland to show mine. So, without any further ado, let's begin. Okay, U876A, Coal, Cumberland to show mine. The first leg of our shell mine run, this leg takes us from Cumberland up to Salisbury Junction and then back down into show mine. It should take us 90 minutes. We are going to drive AC 4400 CW YN3B. The total mass of this consist is 1,501.9 tons. There are 52 cars attached to our locomotive, or tandem of locomotives. And the total length of our consist is 931.4 yards. Right, so let's begin. Okay, so my locomotive is turned on, but the question is my locomotive set up? That is the good question. Right. Let's open the crossing. Let's go along the path. And let's have a look at what do we got here. Right, so that is definitely not correctly set up. So control is off, engine run should be off. Right. Speed control, air brake. Let's press that air brake button. Come on. There we go, cutout, trail, okay, that sounds good. It is shaking, isn't it? Right, that doesn't need radio. Engine control, headlight, single on middle unit. Longfoot trail, there we go. Number lights on. Okay, we're looking good in here. The question is there another locomotive at the other end? That is very important question. No, I don't want to give up control. Right, go along the path. Let's close the crossing. Right, the easiest way and the fastest way to actually check this is going to be to sit down on my lovely seat and switch the camera. Okay, so now I can see that there are no other wagons at the end, or no other locomotives. It's just them two. Right, let's get back to the cabin. Let's set up my air brake. So this is not going to be cut out. And this is not going to be a trail. So let's save those settings. Okay. That is good. Do I need distributed power? Yes, let's turn it on. Okay. So this seems to be alright. Radio is on. Right, I can sit down on my seat. Generator field is on. Oh, right, it's better to stand up for that. Control on. And can't see that. Heating, air conditioner, no. Right. Engine run on, generator field on, control on, okay, dynamic brake on, gauge lights, let's turn them on, step lights on, okay, I can sit down in my seat, go via location crossover, we will sort that out soon, front headlights, bright auxiliary, back headlights. They can be turned off. Right. Reverser can be set to forward. Okay, and before we depart and start mingling with the brakes, let's check our route if it's set up. So we are heading from this track, and this one is already not set up. This one needs to be set up. This one is set up. This one is set up. This one needs to be set up. Okay, this one is alright. This one seems to be okay. There's another train incoming. Oh my goodness me. Which way are we going to go? We are probably going to go ahead onto this signal. Oh my goodness me. It's really hard to find out. Where do we need to go? Right, we will carry on this track, that's for sure. We will carry on forward on this track. On that wide one. Okay, now we will split onto this track. We will carry on. Okay. And then we can actually carry on there. Okay. Then we can join this track. Get in here. And from there we should be good to go. Okay. I think everything is set up correctly. So, now, independent brake, bail off. We can release normal brakes or air brakes. Let's wait for the brake pipe to charge. Okay, it looks like everything is good. And we should be good to go. So let's apply notch 2 and we are moving. Are we? It might take a while before all the wagons are fully released. Yeah, we are very slowly pulling those wagons. The whole train is stretching, probably. But it's gonna take a while before all the brakes are released. I can already hear that the brakes are stretching. There we go. Yes, there is still some brakes applied. There we go. They are all released now. Okay, in 2 miles we will have a red light, just as expected. Very good. Very good. It is going to be a very easy service, I'm not going to lie. I'm not expecting any bells and whistles on this one. It should be deadly easy. We've done that before many times already. The only difference is that previously we were heavily guided, and this time we have to deal with everything on our own. But it's not a big deal, to be fair. It's very easy, and it shouldn't take too long for us to actually get it done. Go via location left route. Question is, what does that mean? Okay, so we are on the right track. Okay, yeah, everything is set up. So all we have to do is to carry on. Beautiful, our train is pulling in onto the right track. So for now, we can just carry on. Let's give it a notch 1, so that the train will be rolling at more or less stable speed. Just beautiful. Okay, on this one I need to remember that my consist is relatively light at the moment. I don't have any extra weight coming from the coal that is not effectively loaded onto those hoppers. So my train will be much more responsive at the moment, and my controls will be much stronger. Or they will actually feel much stronger. So things like throttle will definitely give me higher speeds, mostly because I'm pulling almost no weight. Well, there is still significant weight. Don't get me wrong, this consist weighs 1500 tons, but it's only 1500 tons. It's not filled with coal just yet. It will be done in next mission, if I remember correctly. So for now, I can just relax. Okay. Okay, I'm moving on the correct track. Oh, in fact, I can leave it at notch 0. Go via location crossing. That's good. Let me just quickly check if everything is set up. Yes. Oh, see, now we need to go there. Okay. Now my route is correctly set up. I need to keep an eye on that, because if the objective is gonna be put on the wrong track, I need to make sure to set it up myself. Okay, I'm moving at steady 13 miles per hour. I can give it notch 1 because we are starting to climb uphill. Let's take a screenshot. I do really hope that if this mission is happening at around 3 PM, that the next missions will happen at night. I really hope for it. That would be really, really cool. I'm not gonna lie. There is not many night missions in this game. At least I haven't noticed too many night missions apart from shunting. And I would really like to have like a nighttime service between like Show Mine and Cumberland. So I do really hope that's what it's gonna be. Okay. I'm not sure if I missed a whistle board. Oh, there is a whistle board on the other track. It is not present on mine. Okay, let's drop the throttle. .600 yards until the signal. I need to be very careful now. Okay, let's give it notch 1 and hold that speed. Go via location Cumberland exit signal. Okay. I will have to stop there anyway. And the signal is just 400 yards away. I'm not going too fast, so I should be able to easily stop at this signal. I just need to pay attention to where it is. Okay. I can almost see the signal. Let's get back to the cabin so that I can stop at the right spot. Can now let it coast. And let's prepare to stop. The train will slow down on its own because I'm moving uphill. So the sheer weight of my wagons will push me back. Go via location main line. Okay, I got green signal. So I can carry on. Let's give it notch 2 so I can regain some speed. There is a whistle board in here. But it's... yeah, it's pointing in the opposite direction. So I don't have to worry about it. Okay, we can drop down to notch 1. Very nice, we didn't have to wait. So now we are heading onto a main line. All the switches from now on are automatic. Very good. Now I need to pay attention to my speed. The limit here is still about 15 miles per hour. I can drop the throttle as I'm going downhill. There we go. And now I need to head to Hindman. Oh, there's another whistle board. Let's use dynamic brake to slow me down. Okay, very good. Let's get back to idle. Great. Absolutely fantastic. Right. So we managed to get to our main line. Now we need to well, drive up to Hindman. And we'll see what's next. Well, we will have to go all the way to Show Mine. So it's gonna take a while before we get there. Okay, the speed limit went up to 20 miles per hour, so I can now give it notch 2 on the throttle and we can start speeding up. Okay, the speed limit is now 25 miles per hour. I can give it notch 3 as we are climbing uphill. Okay, yes, entire train is now on main line. Let's get back to the cabin. And from now on, it should be very, very easy route. All we have to do is to follow the signals, which shouldn't be that hard, isn't it? We are doing great. Okay, we can go down to notch 2. In fact, we can even go down to notch 1, just to hold our speed. That should be sufficient. Oh, there we go. There is another train coming. Oh wow, this one is long. It is very long, I'm not gonna lie. Right, we got there. We are now doing 25 miles per hour. I will let it coast, which should drop some of our speed. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Okay. We are starting to climb uphill. So we can give it a notch 1 again. And in about a mile from here, the speed limit will go up to 35 miles per hour. And in about 3 miles, we will be able to speed up to 50 miles per hour. Which will be the fastest part of this track. Obviously, the climb will be one of the hardest parts of this track. But with that much power and so little weight behind us, we should have no problems at all to climb up to Hindman. Okay, we can give it even notch 3. There we go. Speed is raising again. Okay, we can now go up to 35 miles per hour. Okay, very good. Oh, and there it is, whistle board. Good, good, good. Signals are green, and the speed limit will increase in about 1.5 miles. That is very, very good. Right, let's head on to external camera. Very, very good. Well, we should reach our destination in no time, I'm not gonna lie. The scenario was predicted for 90 minutes. I don't think it's gonna be that short. I believe we are gonna go closer to 2 hours. But it shouldn't be much longer than that, yes. Around 120 minutes is much more appropriate prediction for this mission. Unless I will start to go way over the speed limits, which I'm not going to do. Right, another whistle board. Oh, there we go, there is another... Oh, this time it's just locomotives heading towards Cumberland. Seems like a busy day on the main line, isn't it? Right, 50 miles per hour should pop up really soon. There we go. All of my train is now within 50 miles per hour speed limit zone. Oh, there we go. Wrong camera. So I can now give it a little bit more juice. And we should get to Hindman within the next few minutes. Beautiful. Now we're talking. 45 miles per hour. Lovely view. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, let's go down to notch 4. Whistle board. There we go. We are absolutely smashing it. Okay, we can drop it to notch 1 just to hold our speed. Another whistle board. Oh, in fact, we can go up by a notch. Perhaps notch 3 should hold our speed a little bit better. That's the difficulty of driving with a very light consist. It's really hard to feel the throttle. So I will have to change it between different notches every now and then. Unless I want to just go over a speed limit, which I don't. I would like to stick to speed limits and signals, if possible. Okay, 6.8 miles to go. But that's not gonna be the end of our route. I'm sure about it. Okay, we are doing solid 48 miles per hour, which is a good speed for us. It shouldn't take long from now. Oh, I think there is another whistle board. Yes, it is. And another one. Very good. Oh, and there is another one. Okay, the signals are still green. Oh, there we go, another whistle board. It's gonna be a lot of them. That's this part of the line where there will be a lot of signals. Okay, 5.2 miles to go. Yeah, I should have no problems whatsoever to complete this mission today. Very nice and relaxing one. Just in front of the mission where we will be going back with the full wagons of gold, and that's where the fun will start. But we still got 2 missions to go before that. Okay, our speed went down to 45 miles per hour. I'm not too worried about it. I think slight delay won't put us back too much. Okay, that is very good. 3.7 miles to go. Let's take another screenshot. Lovely. There's not gonna be much happening during this scenario, I believe, unless there are some nasty surprises later on the route. Perhaps we might once more be required to jump onto the left track, for example. But I believe this one will be just a standard route. We will get to a show mine. In the next scenario we will load the coal into the wagons, then we will do a run around, and then we'll be heading back. At least that's what I believe is going to happen. What may happen are some small accidents on the road, and that would be cool. We'll see, we'll see. For now, everything goes very smooth. And that's what I like. When things go smooth. According to the plan. Okay, another green signal. And there's gonna be another one. Let's give it a notch more on the throttle so that I can regain some speed. Okay, everything goes good. .2 miles to go. Oh, and there is another whistle board. And another one. Okay, the speed limit will drop down to 25 miles per hour really soon. So I might as well let it coast until the speed will actually drop. Okay, the speed is now dropping. Very good. And we started to climb uphill. Okay, let's give it notch 5. Let's see how the train is going to behave. Yeah, notch 5 might be a bit too much. Well, it's not that bad. Let's drop it to notch 4. Perfect. Our speed is just perfect. Okay, so it looks like notch 4 is sufficient to make this climb. I would expect no less with empty wagons. Okay, so it looks like we can relax a bit. Well, yeah, the speed is slightly dropping, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. I can always go up by a notch if I have to. But for now it should be fairly easy route. It will become a little bit harder when I reach sand patch, because then I will have to go downhill to show mine. But again, it shouldn't be too much of a problem, because like the gradient on that hill is not that good, or is, well, it's not that steep as in here on the main line. And I'm moving with empty wagons, so the weight that it's gonna push on my locomotives is not gonna be that great. However, the things will be much more complicated when I will be going back, because that's when full power of my locomotives will be in use. But for now, I think I can afford to make myself even a cigarette. Very good. Very, very good. Okay, so it looks like notch 4 is giving us solid 22 miles per hour, which is perfectly fine. It's like a hands-free operations right now. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really have much to do on this route. I can focus on enjoying the view, I guess. It would be a little bit better if this mission would actually happen in winter. I'm not gonna lie. I really enjoyed those winter views. But it's still good. It's still very good. But when you set up your locomotives correctly at the beginning, it really makes a difference. There's absolutely nothing I have to do. All I have to do is wait until my until my consist is going to reach its destination. There's not gonna be much whistle boards on the road. I think there is one or two, if I remember correctly. And it's gonna happen only when we will be reaching Fairthrop, which is another village. There we go, 1.5 miles to go. Another beautiful screenshot taken. Yeah, this one should be very, very easy. Okay, so our next goal is Mans in 8.2 miles. We should be there in perhaps 10 minutes. I don't think there's gonna be much of a problem in reaching that checkpoint. Oh, and the speed limit will go up. There is a whistle board as well. Okay, the speed limit is gonna go up soon. So we will be able to travel at greater speed and get to our destination much faster. Alright, so we are approaching the tunnel. Let's jump into the cabin. And we will have to stay here for a while. Okay, the incline went down a little bit. So I might drop the throttle by a notch. So that we won't go over the speed limit. At least for now. I'll wait until the speed will drop to like 22, 23 miles per hour. And then I'll go back to notch 4. Okay, let's get back to notch 4. And we should be good to go. Okay, in about a mile we will be able to go up to 30 miles per hour. Which is good because the incline is much smaller than it used to be. .2 miles until we reach Mans. Oh, is that a whistle board? No, it is not. It's a tree. Okay. Oh. Let's go down to notch 3. As I've reached the speed limit at the moment. Oh, and the speed limit will go down to 25 miles per hour again. Oh, that's unfortunate. That is really unfortunate. Another whistle board. .8 miles to go. Okay, not long now. We should be getting very, very close to our destination. .9 miles. I can go back to notch 4. Alright, so the next signal is yellow. So there is a chance that we might be catching up to some train up ahead. And perhaps we will be held at a signal. That's interesting. I'm not going to lie, these routes seem to be much more scary when you do it first time, for example during fully fueled scenario. But right now it doesn't seem to pose any challenge. So the biggest challenge is obviously the signals. If you come across red signal and you fail to stop on it, that's where the problems might emerge. But other than that, well, as you can see, this climb, I'm doing it with no problems whatsoever. And hopefully it will stay like that. Okay, that's a nice straight stretch of the track. Okay, the incline went up, so now I can go back to notch 4 and stay in there for a while. I might even have to go to notch 5. We'll see. For now, things seems to be quite stable. Okay, the yellow signal is just up ahead. There we go, we can already see it in the distance. The question is the next one going to be red? No, the next one is yellow. Fantastic. So for now I can carry on. But I need to be prepared to stop. Because you never know. Okay, we got whistle board. And we are already 80 minutes, well, 79 minutes into the recording. So I believe that this mission is not 90 minutes long. Just as I predicted. We will probably end closer to 2 hours mark. I could predict it's gonna take us around 2 hours and 10 minutes. To get to our destination. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. But who knows? Who knows what we will encounter on our route. For now everything goes smooth. Which is exactly what I want. Another whistle board. Oh no, this one is turned around. So I didn't even have to use the whistle, unless... Is that thing up front a crossing? I think it is. Yes, it is. So it was just placed incorrectly, but it applied to my truck. Huh, that's interesting. That is very interesting. Anyway, we are very close to Sand Patch right now. It shouldn't take long until we reach that destination. There's just a few more miles to go. And we are smashing through it. So unless there is any serious issue like a red signal that will hold us on, there should be no problems whatsoever. Oh, there we go. Did we miss a whistle board? Oh well, either I missed it or there was none. Okay, the incline is now at its highest, or around its highest. I think it goes up to 1.8, 1.9%. It used to be at 1.8 just a while ago. So if we manage to go through this without any issues, then there should be no more issues at all. Just a touch more until the signal, and then we can see what is the next one. Okay, and in 2.5 miles we got a red signal, so there must be a train blocking us up. One mile to go. Okay, and the signal turned green. Fantastic. The tracks are clear. We can now proceed. Another whistle board. Very good. Everything goes very smooth. Okay, 800 yards to go. Oh, the camera is doing some weird things for me. I think that was the train that was blocking me. It might be passing through some, like a single track section. Probably that's why I had red signal. That would actually make sense. But it's gone now. And we may now proceed. Okay, so in 5.4 miles we need to stop at the location and get ready to reverse to show mine. That's interesting. Oh wow, that was a little bit unexpected. Almost missed the fact that I have to slow down to 10 miles per hour and I had to use some air brakes, which is going to slow me down, but I made it just on time. Because for some reason I'm entering... Oh, okay. I'm entering this track. Okay, that explains a lot. Right, let's go back to notch 2. That is interesting. That is very interesting. Okay, I need a little bit more juice. So notch 3 it is. Okay, okay. So just as I predicted earlier, we are forced to drive on the wrong track. That's why we had red light. Okay. That is very interesting. Okay, let's go down to notch 2. As the incline is much smaller, it should be sufficient to pull us up. We will be now heading into the tunnel. So I believe that when we leave the tunnel, I will have to go through another junction like that and keep my speed at around 10 miles per hour for a while. There we go, the speed limit increased. So I can get back to notch 3 and regain some speed. Okay, we will now be going through the tunnel. There is no need to rush, because when we leave the tunnel I will probably have to jump to a proper track, which is right one. And that means going through another junction like that. Which also means that I will have to slow down. I'm not sure when the new speed limit will pop up, but it will. I'm sure about that. Well, I have to admit that developers did a great job in many places, but lights... no, that doesn't look correct. I got lights effect on the sides of the tunnel, but I can't see the rails for some reason, even though I got full lights on the front, and it should technically give me a very good visibility in that tunnel. Oh well. It's a small technical problem, which, while impacts visual side of the game, doesn't really impact gameplay, as long as there are no signs or anything that I need to see in that tunnel. Right, I'm traveling at 26 miles per hour. And I'm expecting that there might be some nasty surprises here. Like this junction, for example. Oh, no. I'm going straight ahead. Okay, let's go back to notch 2. Can even go back to notch 1 for the time being. Okay. I will be going straight through. Let's let it coast as I'm driving downhill. In fact, I can set up for dynamic braking. And let's begin dynamic braking. For the time being, I'm notch 1. Okay, let's increase it to notch 2. 2.4 miles until yellow signal. Okay, and the train is now slowing down. That is very good. 4.2 miles until my stop location. Alright, everything goes smooth. Let's drop the dynamic brake to notch 1. I think once more I missed a whistle board. Probably because it's on the right track and I'm moving on the left one. Okay, 3.6 miles to go. 1 mile until yellow signal. Three miles until stop. Okay, we're getting there. We are definitely getting there. It won't take long from now on. Okay, let's put the dynamic brake on notch 2 as the incline is increasing. Oh, and there is a whistle board. It is on the other track. But in that case, it will apply to my track as well. There we go. Let's go down to notch 1 on dynamic brake. Okay, that's the first yellow signal. Another one is in 2.4 miles, which is exactly where my stop signal is. Well, stop signal, where my stopping point is. Beautiful. Another screenshot taken. Oh, and there's gonna be another whistle board. There we go. 1.6 miles to go. Until another signal, and 1.9 miles to go until our stopping point. Oh, there we go, another whistle board. Okay, less than 1 mile to go. Oh my goodness me. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, so I believe I will be reversing down this line. Show mine should be somewhere there. Okay, let's increase the dynamic braking as the incline also increased. We might start to slow down a little bit more because our stopping point is quickly approaching. Okay, in 2 miles we got red signal. And we have to stop in 700 yards. So let's increase dynamic braking up to 4. So that we can lose a lot of speed. Okay. Let's go down to notch 3. In fact, notch 2 should be sufficient right now. And at nice speed of 15-16 miles per hour, we should be good to approach it. I can even leave dynamic brake at notch 1. All I have to do is to approach that stopping point at a very slow speed. We still got 300 yards to go. Have a look. Yeah, the rear wagons are now passing through this junction. Okay, that is beautiful. Okay, I can set my brakes on minimum reduction. And that should be sufficient to stop. Okay, I should now stop at location show mine in 3.1 miles. So, I can set my power handle to idle, reverser to reverse. Let's jump with the camera down here and let's see what I have to do. So I have to reverse all the way back there. Okay. Okay. Oops. Right. So I can now release the brakes. Put it on notch 2 to hold the train in place. And now I can slowly reverse. Obviously, as I'm trying to push the wagons, that are still braking, it might take a while before I reach the desired speed. I need to be careful though, because normally I don't think somebody would perform such operation in this place. I think it would be better to go further down the road and there is a siding where I can just turn around and change the direction of travel. But on the other hand, on a show mine itself, I don't see any siding like that. I'm not sure how this operation is performed in real life. If the train is really reversing, then I should have someone at the back wagon of the train to actually have a look at what's in front of me and let me know through the radio when I should apply brakes. Obviously, the entire reverse operation should probably be performed at a very slow speed, which I'm doing right now. I'm not rushing it. There is no point in me rushing. I prefer to go through this 3.1 miles at a very slow speed instead of rushing it too much. We will speed up naturally anyway, because those trucks are going downhill. Or at least it looks like they might. I'm just wondering if my wagon's passing through this thing will eventually trigger passing signal at danger. I just contacted a signaler and I got told proceed at restricted speed. But I wonder if I wouldn't do that, would that count as passing signal at danger? Because I effectively have a red signal which I can't really see. Anyway, things are looking really, really good. Okay, the train is now reversing. Really, really good. Now the wagons will probably start pushing me, or rather pulling me. The speed is limited to 15 miles per hour. Okay, things are looking pretty good. Yeah, I can't even hear my horn from here. There is no point in sounding any. But yeah, in real life, I would assume that people from those buildings would need to be informed that the train is gonna be reversing. Because there is no chance I'm gonna see anyone trying to jump under the train. That is very, very interesting. Okay, the locomotive is still on the main track. Okay, I can let it coast. In fact, I can set up for dynamic braking. Let's give it notch 2 on dynamic brake. Ooh, that came just on time. Okay, let's go down to notch 1 on dynamic brake. Yeah, sounding a horn doesn't make any sense. Okay, I can let it coast for now. I got 2.4 miles to go. Oh. There we go. Camera is doing silly things. Okay, let's put it on notch 1 on dynamic brake, so that we will slow down a bit. Okay, we can let it coast again. .2 miles to go. Back to notch 1 on dynamic brake. And again, we'll let it coast. And that's how we are going to go through entire route. Two miles to go. Back to notch 1. There we go. Well, as you can see, we are already way past 2 hours mark, and this scenario is still going. So 90 minutes was, well, way underrated. Well, unless you want to finish this scenario without any sort of care about the speed limits, because let's face it, I could let my train roll on this route and start slowing down, let's say, about a mile away from the target. I would probably get there faster, but that would be against the speed limits, isn't it? And that's not how you drive a train. That's not how you drive any other vehicles. You are supposed to stick to the speed limits. Obey them. Because they are there for a reason. Anyway, we are moving at nice 13 miles per hour. or at speed of 13 miles per hour. It seems to be stable now, which lets me relax a bit. But there's still more to go. Okay, the train started to slow down. I'll give it notch 1 on the throttle this time and start pushing those wagons. One mile to go. Okay, not long now. I can let it coast for now, as we entered even ground. Okay, 950 yards to red signal. We are getting there. We are definitely getting there. It is, well, it might be the most boring part of this mission, but, well, we have to go through it. 700 yards until red signal. I might need to get ready. To stop. Okay. Let's see if it has to be my locomotive that needs to be on that stop marker. I believe not. I think it's enough if my wagons are here. There we go. Objective completed. And we made it. It took us 2 hours, 14 minutes and 11 seconds. We finished with gold medal as predicted. We managed to stick to our speed limits pretty much all the time, which is very, very good. And yeah, that's pretty much how this scenario goes. The end part of this scenario, as you can see from the graph, is not as smooth as you might think, because we were hitting speed limit, we were going down, hitting speed limit, up and down all the time, up until the last point where we finally stopped. Initial part of this scenario was deadly easy. As you can see, I could keep my speed pretty much on the spot. Mid part of the scenario, same story, pretty much all the time we could keep a solid, more or less stable speed, apart from very, very short periods of time where we actually hit a speed limit, but that was really easy to amend. Anyway, that was U876A call Cumberland to show mine. So that's how this scenario goes, and in next episodes we will be loading our wagons. I can't remember if it's the next episode as well, when we have to pull the wagons out of the mine and do fly around, but I think it might be the next episode as well. So all that is probably going to come next week, and then we will be heading back towards Cumberland with full load of coal, which means that our train will be much, much heavier during our descent. And that is going to be a biggest challenge of this whole service. Right. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, leave a thumbs up and subscribe, definitely. That is helping my channel to grow. If you want to get informed about my new content with the subscribe button, there is also that bell button next to it. Press it, yes, and set it to all notifications. You won't miss out on any content that I do. If you hate YouTube's notifications, you can alternatively join my Discord server, where I got such notifications set up for a specific channel. so you may get informations about my videos from there as well. Also, don't forget to share your comments down below. I'm really happy to read all of them. At least at this moment I can keep up with all of them. And well, have a great day, and I'll see you all later. Out.